Welcome back to our Grace Lutheran Preschool Storytime, Puppet Show, Arts and Crafts. We hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's with your immediate family and whoever else you could spend it with safely. And we're so happy to have you back. This, we hope, will be a great year, that by summer we can get back with our families. Now, I'm going to start January with fairy tales. I picked fairy tales because I want to keep it where you're relaxed. I want your imagination flowing and thinking of all wonderful things as if you could be a prince or princess or whatever you want to be in a fairy tale. So today we're starting with Sleeping Beauty. And the pictures were all done by a man named John Patience. And it's a pop-up book, so I hope you'll be able to see some of the pictures with me as I read. Starts with, everybody's in a scurry because there's a new baby just born to the castle, to the king and queen. Once upon a time, there was a king and queen who very much wanted a child. After many years, the queen gave birth to a baby daughter. They named her Aurora. When the baby was christened, which means like baptized in our church here, they christen when you're a baby, the king and queen made a big feast, and all 6 good fairies of the kingdom were invited as guests of honor. After the feast, the fairies gathered around the baby to give her their gifts. The first fairy gave her the gift of beauty. The second gave happiness. The others gave goodness, grace, and health. The 6th fairy was just about to give her gift when in burst the 7th fairy. She was old and wicked and very angry at not having been invited. That's because she was wicked. It means not very kind, not very nice. There she is. On the 7th fairy, she had no gift to give. Instead, she screamed out a horrible curse, means not good. On her 16th birthday, the princess will prick her finger on a spindle and die. Oh my goodness. So saying, she disappeared in a cloud of smoke. A terrible silence fell upon the room. Then the 6th fairy spoke. She had not gave her gift yet. And she said, I cannot undo the curse, but I can make it better. The princess will not die, but will fall into a deep sleep for 100 years, and the whole castle with her. So that means everybody would sleep, nobody would age and get old, and they would all wake up in 100 years. Time passed, and the 7th fairy's curse was forgotten. The baby grew up into a beautiful princess. Then on the morning of her 16th birthday, the princess was wandering around the castle when she came upon a room at the top, and there was an old woman sitting at this little wheel. What are you doing? Said the princess. She had never seen a little spinning wheel before. Oh, I'm spinning. Would you like to try? But no sooner had the princess begun to spin, she pricked her finger and fell into a deep sleep. The wicked fairy's curse had come true. The king, the queen, and everyone in the castle all fell into a deep sleep. The years passed. A great forest grew up around the castle. With the forest grew the legend of Sleeping Beauty. Nobody could cut through the thick, dark forest and succeed. 100 years passed, and a prince from a faraway land heard of Sleeping Beauty and decided to rescue her. He drew his sword and cut the path open before him, and he entered the enchanted castle. The prince looked around, and finally he saw Sleeping Beauty Princess. She was very beautiful. He bent down and kissed her on the lips. The princess opened her eyes, looked up at the prince. The 100 years bad curse was broken. And as the princess awoke, so did everyone else in the castle. It was a time of great rejoicing and celebration. The prince declared his love for the princess, and she in turn agreed to be his wife. And they both lived happily ever after. The end. Now, Miss Faye is going to do the puppet show my way about Sleeping Beauty. Now, it could be a little different from the book. You know how Miss Faye always changes things up. So, in just about 1 minute, stay tuned. We're going to have the Sleeping Beauty puppet show.